Hello everybody, your favorite fabulous fairy here, not feeling so incredibly fabulous today. I mean, I literally was blocked at every turn that I tried to do today. I have been wondering what can I do to build my business further and to get more likes from you guys, get more comments, get more people in general involved. What can I do? And the things that people told me were like, well, you know, try going live on YouTube because that's really big and you have a lot of people already watching you on YouTube, so that'd be a bigger audience. I was like, okay, that's true, let's try that. And then they also said, try going live on Instagram, you know, because like I love Instagram anyways, and I have a decent amount of followers on there as well. About actually the same on both, now that I'm thinking about it. It's kind of interesting. And I don't think they're the same people, so that's even more interesting. Some of them are, not all of them. But I digress. So anyways, I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's try this. And I swear I've seen the thing to go live on Instagram before, on my Samsung, on my tablet. And I know that I've had the option to go live on YouTube before, and I know that I went live on YouTube before. I went live on YouTube last year sometime. So it wasn't going to be a big deal. I made my little promotional sticker guys, and I put them out there. And then I did a reminder today. So last night, out of nowhere, I get the most incredible headache. Now, I've had a pretty much constant buzzing headache since my car accident 2 years ago. Hi. But this was crazy. I almost thought I was going to die last night. I mean, it came right to the front of my head. It was crazy, painful. I had been listening to that bowl meditation for the third eye chakra, and I thought, well, maybe, you know, that did something, because I could definitely feel it tingling around in there during that. But man, this was incredible. And then I ended up getting really, really sick, and foregoing my cilantro rice that I had earlier, and being like, just thinking I was gonna die pretty much. And so that was my tossing and turning all night. And then I wake up today, and my room was pretty much a wreck because I felt so nasty last night that when I took my clothes out of my dryer, I didn't put them away. I just, like, they were like everywhere. My little dogs were wanting a bunch of stuff from me. And then I couldn't find my makeup anywhere because it's at my love's house way in Clovis, which is like 45 minutes an hour away from where I live. And it was already time for me to go live. And then my mom was supposed to pick me up to bring me back over here so I could do a shoot for YouTube over here because I thought this was a much better background than my little room. And then YouTube told me I could go F myself. They were like, okay, you don't fit our qualifications to go live. And I'm like, why? So that must be something new that they have done because I don't have my 40,000 followers, which is how much you need. You need 40,000 hours of view time a month and 100,000 followers, something like that. Something like that. It was like 100,000 followers or 500,000 followers or some outrageous number. 10,000 followers. I don't know. I have like 500 followers, so I'm nowhere near that. So now I can't go live on there. So I was like, miniature breakdown, freak out. But then I was like, it's okay. I'll just tell everybody, let's go meet up on Instagram. Plan B, right? So go to Plan B. And can I find how to go live on Instagram? No. So I do a little video search, look some things up, and all of the videos to do it are all showing me on a phone. This is not a phone, this is a tablet. So then I begin to think, oh, I can't even do it, even though that I've seen the thing on there before. So basically everything that I did today tried to get blocked somehow, alright? And then I was like, I can't not go live. I've gone live every single time for what, almost 2 years, I want to say. Minus once last week when I missed because I didn't know what day of the week it was because we had just been on that big trip, and then I made up for it. But it's like, that's a weird pattern, you know? So I started thinking about it, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in the world and in the universe in general. So I did a little reading on myself, and what the reading said was that I just need to remain focused, keep looking forward, keep my childlike sense of wonder, and that my home is always where my heart is, and I'm going to be able to find my perfect home as long as I find myself first. So I was like, alright, fuck it. I'm just going to go back on. I'm going to do it on the normal site, even though it's not what I wanted. My mom's currently looking up how to do webinars directly from my website, and if I do that, then I think I can send it to different places anyways. So, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. That was a lot. That was a lot. Today's been a lot already. It's been so much. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little reading for the collective. So if you're on here and you're watching, this is for you. And if you watch this later, it's still going to pertain to you today. I'm going to be using my Sacred Journey cards. Super round, super positive. I will say this. Whenever you do work to protect yourself, or work to remove something, or work to do some sort of improvement in your life, there's always going to be some sort of task or trial or tribulation that you're going to go through as almost a test to see, do you honestly deserve this change? And I do know that. That's part of why I'm on here regardless. I didn't let it defeat me completely. I did let myself have about 10 minutes of a freak out before I went and put on oils and did what I do to make myself feel better. But don't be alarmed if you are somebody trying to better your life, and it seems like the more you try to better your life, the more things are trying to get in your way, because that is definitely what happens. But if, sorry, see, and then it just tried to kick me off of this. See, something doesn't want me to go forward today, but whatever. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyways, because I will not be stopped. You have to push forward, and you have to believe, and you have to have like that steadfast belief that, okay, my life is getting better. I am doing what I need to do, and just have super faith towards it, and then things do get better. Okay, so first of all, fortitude. With resolve, develop courage and strength. So fortitude is our house and our home, but this is also our self as a, like our home as in our spiritual body. This is also our physical home. And fortitude is interesting to come up because I know that some of us have had bad things happen with our homes recently, and we need to fortify our life, right? So with resolve, that means like you know that you took care of it. You know it's fine. You know it's going to be okay. You've resolved the situation. Develop courage and strength. So have the courage and the strength to realize, A, you deserve to have the life you want. B, that it's coming, and C, that you're already taking the steps to fix it. Okay? And so we see like the little happy family here, and if we can just straighten this out, we're going to have a nice, strong foundation for our life. You know what I mean? There's a couple little things out of whack, but we can slide them over no problem. So fortitude is the essence of this reading. We need to fortify ourselves. So if that means you got to go pamper yourself to give yourself better courage, like, okay, for me, I don't normally go places unless I have just a little, like, I don't have a lot of makeup on, I don't have foundation on or anything, but I have a little bit of mascara and I have a little bit of eyeshadow, and it's enough to make me feel like I'm okay, right? My hair is washed and clean, and that's enough to make me feel like I've got my battle gear on. I have, these were given to me by my fiance's sister from Vegas, so I'm giving them a little charge on myself. And this Pindy was given to me from my fiance's business partner as kind of like a, here, you know, welcome back friend kind of a thing. So I'm wearing like my talisman of choosing today. I have my nails did because I like it, need it, all that. My hair is clean and washed. I'm wearing what I need to fortify myself as a person, so I feel like I am protected. You better believe I carry my bag of stones and cards with me, and they go in my purse. They go with me everywhere I go. That is something else I need to fortify me as a person. You better bet your ass I got incense going in my room, because that's something I need to do to fortify my place of living. If you are feeling in chaos, clean up your space, no matter how big or how small, no matter if you're living in a box right now. Make your space clean, you know, because it shows the energy. It shows the energy. Like, even if all you have is a bed, make your bed, you know, and you're like, oh, fuck, why am I making my bed? I'm just going to crawl in it tonight. It's like, seriously, you start making your bed when you wake up in the morning, it changes everything. It really, really, really does, because it's showing that you deserve more. You know, you're taking care of what it is that you have. Okay, next. Tenderness. Practice tenderness to soften harshness. Now this, I feel like, is directed at me, because I was thinking voodoo dolls this morning when I woke up. I'm like, I'm going to fucking kill a bitch is what I was thinking. I'm going to straight up make an exact replica of the person I'm thinking of, and I'm going to fucking smash it with a hammer and light it on fire and bury it and sit back and laugh as I see the disaster that happens on the person. But then my love, my fiance, he tells me, no, that's not you. You're just mad. You're a light, happy person. Do light, happy things. Practice tenderness to soften my harshness. So show love in places that I wouldn't normally show love to get more love back. That does not mean I'm going to go show love at this particular individual, but I will go out of my way to show love to myself, and I will go out of my way to show love to other people who are annoying me for the day or whatever, and just be like, okay, look, is it really them? Is it really me? Are they going through things in their life too? And kind of make it not so big of a deal. The one particular person I'm thinking of in this case, they totally deserve everything, but I don't have to go out of my way for that. I know the universe has got my back, and I know I'm going to be able to see the results of that very soon anyways, so I don't have to worry, right? So practice tenderness to soften the harshness that has created around me. Look at my little heart. Big old black wall around it, right? But I'm not the only one. There's lots of people around us who have this right now. The things that come to them and that hurt them and attack them, and it's like, oh, they just put this big wall, and they're like, I'm not letting anything else in. We can't be like that. We have to accept the love that's coming to us from the people that maybe we wouldn't think we're normally getting love from. Accept it anyways. Show tenderness, show compassion to ourselves and to those around us who are really there for us. And soon enough, all of the walls will break, and it will become a happier situation for all involved. Our present right now is going to be joy. Enjoy, celebrate this gift of life. Okay, so we're alive. There's actually several reasons I shouldn't be alive. I know that for some of the people watching this, there's several reasons you possibly couldn't be also, but we are. We're alive. So what is this telling us? It's telling us to have joy, to celebrate. This is also a twin flame union card. Just so happens myself as well as the person I'm speaking to are twin flames that are in union with our twin flame. We get something not everybody gets. We have that perfect partner that will be there for us come rain or shine, that really sits there and listens to us when we're having our flip outs. Yeah, they flip out sometimes too, but honestly, we rather handle their shit than anybody else's, and that's a blessing that not everybody gets. So this is telling us to really, if nothing else, if that is all that we have to look at and to realize. And my love, thank you for being there for me today. I'm sorry I was shitty because I was having a bad day, but I love you. Mwah. Yeah, this is what we have to do. We have to be thankful for the things we do have, and we do have that relationship, that one-of-a-kind connection that not everybody gets because they're not willing to work for it, and they're not willing to put in the work to keep it and maintain it. Okay, our future is going to be grace. Practice your spiritual faith and live with grace. Well, this just seems like this is a you and me reading for sure, because practicing your spiritual faith, the night that I went home after visiting with you, my friend who's watching this, I stayed up till 4 in the morning doing more magic. I did magic for that person you asked me to do it for, and I also did magic for one of my clients. And then I also had watered my garden, which is doing magic for myself, pretty much, because I want my garden to be healthy and beautiful. And it was amazing that I could put, my spiritual faith and my practice first. And you really have to. No matter if it's one little thing, like offering a little bit of water every day to the deity. You could pour it on the ground, you could put it in a cup. If you put it in a cup, they really enjoy it, and then you can see results. Like, there'll be bubbles sometimes, or there'll be color changes in the water, all sorts of different things that happen. Sometimes you'll get like black ashy stuff in the bottom of the water, and there's no way that could have happened, but you were like trying to clear out negativity, and you like look at it, you're like, oh, I straight up caught some negativity in there. Pour that shit out, you know what I mean? But little things like that, just practicing your spiritual faith, whether it be lighting incense every day or just saying your positive affirmations. We're rich, we're healthy, we're wealthy, we've got abundance of life. We're in the perfect relationship. We have joy. We have communication. All that. Those are all practices of spiritual faith and spiritual magic. So you don't have to light a candle. It works really, really well if you do, though. It's one of the fastest ways to get results. That's why I do it. Herbs also pretty good. Smoke okay. Prayer really good. I feel like earth is like takes the longest. Like if you bury stuff, that takes the longest, but it also like lasts the longest. I'm not saying that some things don't always last, but like it can definitely last. Alright, so practice your spiritual faith and live with grace. So this is asking us to all just do this more often, be that person that's really within ourselves. Synergy, this is going to be our blessing, is connect with others and expand your borders. So if we're in our little bubble or in our comfort zone, but we keep ending up on this hamster wheel of life, and it seems like A and B always lead to C, you got to skip down some levers. Where does H lead? Where does J lead? Things like that. Go find different groups, different people, different situations. If you don't know anybody, they've got things like meetups, where you could like, oh, look, there's a painting party, or oh, look, there's rock climbing, or oh, look, there's, horseback riding, or whatever your fancy is. It could be a book writing club. It could be anything you want. But meeting with other people who are like-minded It's going to change everything. If you're constantly hanging out with the same person for the last 15 years because you feel kind of bad for them because they're kind of a loser and they don't have that many friends, or, you know, you actually kind of get along with them and they aren't that bad, but they always complain and they're always, like, kind of acting like Eeyore, get the hell out of there. Don't hang out with that person. Don't put your energy on that level. When you're dropping it down to that level, that's the thing. You have to drop down to their level. They're never going to raise up to your level, so that means they're pulling you down. You can't have that. Not if you're really trying to become a better person. Not if you're really trying to have a super blessed life that seems to be completely easy and free of worry, okay? Alright, our possibilities and unexpected gifts is faith. Practice your faith as you release your fear of the unknown. So we don't have to worry about what hasn't happened. You don't have to worry about things that haven't hurt you. You don't have to worry about retaliation of, you know, something that hasn't even come to fold, you know? It's like, have faith that what you're doing is right, and that the things that you have done are blessings, not only to yourself, but to the people around you. If you ever have a chance to give a blessing to someone else, help them in some way, be an ear to listen to, or, you know, give something that you don't, you know, that you don't need, but maybe they need, or give something that you do need, but they really, really need to have. You know, give a little bit of something that you wouldn't normally do. Like, okay, put yourself on a limb in a really odd way. Like, for me, the hardest thing for me was to donate time in an old folks home. That almost killed me. I could do children all day. I donate time to special ed because I feel like I should, like that we all should, you know, like not a negative obligation, a positive obligation, you know. But when I went to that old folks home and I was teaching how to paint rainbows with watercolors, that almost killed me because I thought of my grandpa and how I didn't visit him enough. I thought of my grandmas and grandpas that I have, or my grandmas that I still have that I don't visit enough. And I was seeing all these people that have been just like left in these places to basically rot away and die, and they're screaming, and there's this horrible smell of pee and stuff like that. That was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So, one of the things that I have in the back of my mind is that once I get to a place where I can make a difference, maybe I can pay for a new coat of paint, or maybe I can, you know, come in and donate time and I'll be in a healthier state of mind, or maybe I could, you know, bring puppies in, or maybe I could, I don't know, come up with some games, or help plant a garden in the back for them, or something like that, you know, until I can, but that is in my back of my mind, even though that's a really hard sacrifice for me because it's a very emotional thing. It's exactly why I feel like I should do it. You know what I mean? And even though I can't do what I want to do with it yet right now, I'm making my little small steps towards that. And if I see a person on an individual basis and I can help that person on the individual basis, like a woman at my fiance's house, she's an older woman. She's working for a living. She's in her 50s. She's all hunched over. Her back was hurting. I hooked her up with essential oils. I don't want no money from them. I just want her to feel better. And she says she really does. So it's like anything that I can do on any sort of level towards that, I feel like help cleanses my soul. And that's the kind of thing where when you're practicing your spiritual faith and you're releasing your fear of the unknown, giving when you don't know that you have it to give is one of those great ways to do that. Like, I gave money, or not money, but food. I had bought rallies. I had like $5. Literally spent my only $5. The lady was hungry. I gave my food away. My friend was mad at me. She's like, you didn't have any more money. And I'm like, I know, but like, I got some pounds. That one was sick and bones and was actually looking to eat instead of getting a hit off of something. So I felt like she needed it more than me. I'm not saying all situations are like that, but, you know. Okay, and then our synthesis, our wrap-up, is courage. With conviction, stay steady through uncertainty. So these gnashing teeth right here are telling us one thing. We're going to have a lot of, no, I'm not going to say a lot, but a fair amount of resistance until it completely dissolves itself. We don't necessarily have to go to any elaborate lengths to clear this up, but daily positive focus and daily affirmations, I'm blessed, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, things like that, good. Foot baths, good. If you can do a ritual bath or a soak, good. Those are things that you need to keep up, because right now this is saying that we're going to have people coming after us that are literally like saying shit in our ear to get us to feel bad about ourselves. Things like today where I woke up, my room was a mess, I had been sick all night, the dogs were driving me crazy, it's my job to clean the house and the whole house is a mess, the internet wouldn't work, all these things. Those are things to try to discourage me so that I will not keep going forward. And I could have listened, but instead, what did I do? I got myself together and I found a way to go live anyways, even if it was the good old-fashioned way. So those are the things that the universe is trying to tell us today on that level. Real quick, I want to pull one card from Oracle Mystical Moments. Oh, these were my 3 cards today. I got Like a Bird, okay, and this was saying that like everything I want, I can have. I can fly off and grab anything that I want. I just got to kind of like keep my focus. I got the Sea Witch, which was talking about keeping my heart light and keeping my like childlike sense of wonder with me, because that's basically what propels me forward. And Home in the Sky, this one was saying that like it doesn't matter where your home is in your heart. And I was really conflicted about my living situations today, and you know, it's saying as long as I have that peace in my heart, I am home. So I mean, it was what I needed to hear today. So I'm gonna see what what everybody else needs to hear today. Sorry about this. I'm all like, la 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 la. I should be making some sounds or something. Oh, there's people popping up asking me what to bring to the engagement party. Oh, yeah. So, it's sized. It is a black diamond with black rhodium, and that's white gold and white diamonds. And it is the Evil Queen's ring from the Zales collection, from the Disney Zales collection. And I'm super happy with it. Evil Queen. Ha 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 ha. Didn't you know? Alright. Oh, this is going to be us. Whoop. Okay. Oh, whatever. I'll do 3. Okay. So first of all, we have Liberty. Okay. She's number 2, so that signifies the mother. Alright. We've got a dove coming out that's leaving its nest, so it's like showing, you know, different kinds of hope. She has all the stars and the moon hanging off of her hair, so they're just like suspended there. I'm going to read directly out of the book what this one means. That way you guys can do your own little interpretations on this. So, Liberty. Choices, confidence, letting go, self-determination. This card shows a woman standing in profile. A bird cage hangs from her hair. She is about to release her winged friend into the night. The stars and the moon are guiding the little bird's way. The woman has plucked her special star from the sky to help shepherd the bird's journey. The card stands for freedom. You have to choose your own way in life. Don't let others decide for you. You have the power to liberate yourself both from external and internal cages. Many of the obstacles we face are ones we created ourselves. Once we realize we've created them, we have the power to release them. So that is absolutely beautiful and amazing, because even if you're thinking about the idea of heritage, you know, I want to make my mom and dad proud. I want to make my grandma and grandpa proud. I have to do this and this and this for that to happen. It's a cage we put in our mind ourselves. They're going to be happy no matter how we succeed at the end of the day, as long as we do succeed. And honestly, hello, they're going to be almost more proud of us if we do find our own path in life. Because a lot of the times they didn't have the courage to follow their dreams. So if we follow our dreams and it actually leads to a good place, it lets them kind of vicariously live through us. As far as thinking of hexes, curses, things like that, although somebody can put work on you, if you've done something to clear that work from yourself, or you've had somebody clear it, from that point on, you're free, okay? You have to be the bird without a cage. You have to be released. You can't fear them or their name or anybody's actions towards you from that point on. You have to be very, very confident in everything that you do, and realize that, you know, like our cards earlier said, and if you didn't get this, I did a whole reading, a 7-card reading, if you want to go back and watch it, with my Sacred Journey. But it told us to have faith. It wouldn't say that if there wasn't a reason. It also told us to practice our spiritual faith, okay? Which we have, which we are continuing to do. So as long as you continue to do that, and you're truthful to yourself on that level, don't be lazy about that. You know, you can be lazy about any other thing in the world, but say your daily affirmations, say your gratitudes. You know, give your water if you have nothing else to give. You know, or give a thank you if you have nothing else to give. You know, things like that. Okay. The White Rose of Hope. So basically, this woman's lost in the darkness, but she sees this shining beacon of hope that's rose off in the distance. And it tells her that, look, it's going to get better. Her self-worth is there. Her journey is just beginning. It's not ending. And there's a lot in way of creativity that's going to help us, okay? this is 30, which translates to 3, which 3 would be the child, okay? So that's like childlike creativity and wonder. That's seeing things through a non-objective perspective, where you're just ready to soak it in. Because kids, when they first see something, like, they don't know hate, they don't know scary. You show a kid something scary, 9 times out of 10 they don't scream unless the parent's like, that's scary, and they're like, oh! My little niece, I've got 2 decapitated heads hanging in my bedroom above my bed, and she's like, ha ha ha. She thinks she's all spooky, ha ha ha. You know, like, and I just love that. I love that she's not afraid at all. But we don't make it like, oh my God, you have to be afraid of that. You have to fear that. You have to fear that animal. You have to fear that person. You know, we're giving it like, experience life on your own level, and that's kind of what this is beaconing for. Well, Vanessa, if you do, go back and watch I did a whole 7-card reading, and I think you're going to really resonate with it. Tell me, seriously, if you haven't watched this from the beginning, watch the beginning. Watch what I went through today, and then where I am now, because, I mean, you're all on the level, okay? And the 7 cards that I did, they speak to everybody. They really do. So here we go, and then this is the White Rose of Hope. It's hope, a beacon, solutions, and beginnings. We see a woman dressed in a blue gown, standing somewhere lonely in a landscape. Darkness surrounds her, but a shining white rose glows like a beacon and illuminates the light. Maybe this woman is lost. Maybe she is uncertain about her feelings. Yet, thanks to the light of the flowers, she can find her way. The white rose symbolizes hope, new beginnings, admiration, and young love. There are exciting times ahead. So if you're not sure about where your life is going, and maybe there's some changes that you need to make, and you've been kind of holding off because you're like, man, I'm comfortable kind of where I'm at, even if I'm unhappy, this is basically telling us it's okay. Jump towards that beacon of hope. No matter how dim the light is, no matter how far off in the distance it seems to be, give yourself the benefit of the doubt and reach for that. You deserve it for yourself. Okay, and, oh, this is funny. So you guys saw me shuffle, but this one popped up for me today, and it's popping up for you right now. This is our last. So this is 41, Home in the Sky. So 41 would turn into 5, which that is basically the never-ending spiral. That's transition, it's a transformation. Okay, these little guys, it doesn't matter where their home is. They're always at home. Their little balloons are floating them wherever they are, and as long as they're content in themselves, their home is home, okay? Even if it's a cardboard box, they don't care. They're always at peace. Okay. Wanderlust, adventure, and a safe haven. Up in the sky, we see a floating neighborhood of houses carried by balloons. Birds peek out through the windows. In this card, there are elements of the journey symbolized by the sky, the birds, and balloons. But there are also houses, which suggest a home, security, and stability. These birds have the best of both worlds. They can travel in a big distance without losing their home. They are free to seek new experiences without worry. Home is truly where your heart is. So for a lot of us, especially me today, I was feeling really, really displaced. I was feeling very lost and very upset because my plan A fell through, my plan B fell through, whatever I said, and my plan C pretty much fell through. And so I'm like, that's all I had, you know, and I'm not the best at technology anyways, but I was going to go ahead and give myself a shot at it. So it really kind of destroyed me on a level. And then the rest of my house being messy today, and knowing I have to go back and clean that, and then knowing I have all of these different responsibilities that I have to take care of, it really got overwhelming for me today, and I felt very lost and like I didn't have a home and I didn't have a place. But after pulling my own cards, doing my meditation, using a little Palo Santo, and putting on a little bit of elevation, I decided that it was going to be okay, and that I was going to live. I know that I said I was going to do the chakras every single time, but after today went like it went today, I don't really want to do that. However, if you're on here, I will pull one card for each person who wants one. So if you want one, real quick, pop up and say hello, and I'll go in order that people say hello, and I will pull one card off my Sacred Journey for you right here live. Oh, they're probably all the way back watching the beginning now, huh? You're very welcome. Okay, Jacqueline, you want a card? I will get you one. And please be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that. Hey, Leah, you should watch from the beginning. I had a whole freak out and everything. Pretty funny. Jacqueline. Okay, Jacqueline, your card today is going to be reflection. What we see is a reflection of who we are. So basically, this is talking about the mirroring that you've been going through. This could be positive mirroring or negative mirroring. The difference is this: if you're looking at people from an objective standpoint, that you're like, oh, I don't like what this person's doing, or you're noticing a lot of aggression in other people, you're noticing a lot of maybe laziness, or maybe they're dressing in a way that you don't find appropriate. That could be a way of your subconscious telling you, hey, you've been kind of aggressive lately. You need to take care of yourself a little bit better. But on the contrary, if you have been one of those people who recently have been feeling like, oh, they're such a good person, or that person's so beautiful, and they're so blessed. It's a reflection on you in that way too, that you are so blessed and that you are so beautiful and you are such a giver. What we need to remember is that as twin flames, we are a reflection of each other. So whether you're around them or not, if your attitude isn't reflecting how you should be feeling, like for instance, if your bills are paid and you've eaten and you've taken a shower and you look pretty good, but for whatever reason life is really getting under your skin, it's possibly not your emotions that you're going through. It's possible that you are feeling that twin connection and picking up on the negativity that they have gone through. Maybe they have suffered a disappointment. Maybe a friend has betrayed them. Maybe they have lost money or lost a job, or been, maybe time on the job has been, pushed back, so they're not getting as much. And now all of a sudden you're feeling financial difficulty, even though that's not the case, or all of a sudden you're feeling bad health, even though you've been taking care of yourself. So the reflections that we get on people are kind of twofold when you're a twin flame, because it's not only what we're projecting, what we're seeing, that our subconscious is telling us, but it's also reflecting the vibrations of the universe around us. So for me, if I go into Walmart, it's horrible. I get feeling so agitated. By the time I leave that place, I am through the roof with agitation. I almost feel sick to my stomach. I can't stand anything that happens, because that's a reflection of the energy attaching to me. So I have to go home. I've got Florida water, or maybe Palo Santo, maybe take a bath, maybe do some positive meditation, maybe chill out, maybe smoke a bowl. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things I do to like calm myself down, make sure I've got my talisman or my stones on, things like that. So you have to kind of, be aware of, is there a reason that you're going through these emotions if they're negative? And if not, what can we do to better yourself, make yourself feel better? Can you drink tea? Can you take a bath? Can you watch something funny? What can you do to kind of lift that spirit? And then, like I said, it's also the positive too, though. So if you've been kind of, nothing's fantastic in life, but all of a sudden you wake up and you're just like full of excitement and full of possibility and full of hope, follow it. Go with it, But our reflections definitely are more than what we just see in the mirror. It's our emotions on a different, deeper level. So I hope that helped you. And then let's see. Next we'll do Lewis next. Okay, and your inspirational card for the day is going to be faith. Practice your spiritual faith as you release fear of the unknown. So really for you, it's just about letting it go, knowing that the universe has you, that God's got you, that your angels and your spirit guides are with you, and that everything that's wrong in your life will be righted, that you are protected, and that you just have to stay focused. If you catch yourself going down that negative thought pattern that maybe, oh, this has happened, you stub your toe and you're like, oh, this happened to me because of something, stop. No, it didn't. Sometimes shit just happens. Nobody has power over you but you. If you start feeling like things are closing doors to you, realize this: they're closing doors to something negative. Even if you thought it was going to be a positive situation, have faith that there is something better around the corner that's coming to you, and that's why that door closed. It didn't close because it's trying to hurt you. It's closing because it's trying to save you. 636 and all that. So just keep your faith, and yes, and everything will be okay. Kelly, you're next. No problem, Jacqueline. Hope that helped. Okay. And Kelly, you have tenacity. With resolve takes each step with tenacity and conviction, okay? So what this card is showing us is that you have these little peaks in your life where things are going pretty good, but it's followed by a, you know, and then you're like, ah, then you crawl back up, and then it just kind of keeps carving its way out. You don't have to worry about that. This isn't going to be forever, okay? I'm seeing you as like literally right here, which no, it's not at the very top, but you only got like, you're right freaking there, and then this is a straightaway. Then life is just sailing for you. Now, I'll tell you this. Why do things happen like that for you? It happens because I do believe that there is good and there is evil in the world, and that when you're starting to get towards the things that you want in life, there's going to be something that's going to try to bring you down, because the universe prefers us happy or sad. It doesn't care. It can eat either energy, right? You know, it's just as long as this is a certain, you know, vibration, it can take it in. However, there's people and things on this earth that really like negative energy and really prefer it. And I do believe that they go out of their way sometimes because of jealousy, sometimes because they've got nothing else to do, and sometimes they don't even realize that they're doing it to put energy towards us that would help drag us down and would help bring us down. There are things you can do. You can put on Florida water, wash your hands, put it over your chest, put some on your head to get people's energy off you. If you have really sensitive skin, it does have alcohol in it. Maybe try making your own aura spray with like rosemary and sea salt, you know, and spray it down, or take a ritual bath in that a nightly, or even with chamomile would be great for you, because it can help heal everything with love and everything, you know. But this is the thing. You have to keep going. You have to be like, I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm going to have the perfect life that I want. What I would do if I were you is I would write myself a little paragraph, nothing big. I'm so happy and grateful that my life is so perfect. I have this and this and this going. I've got this perfect person in my life. I make this much money, and I have this much abundance, and I'm super healthy, and everything's perfect. Thank you. And you say it like you already have it. And this goes for anybody. Anybody could do this. It really, really works. You read it in the morning, you read it at night. If that's too hard for you, you make little post-its out of bright colored paper like I've shown at my house, and you put it like around your mirror or somewhere where you can read it. I'm happy, I'm abundant, I'm wealthy, I'm loved, I'm, you know, whatever it is. That will really, really, really make a difference for you. Just have a little bit of courage to just keep going, one day at a time. Don't try to rush. Don't try to run to the finish line. This is like a little bit steady, slow and steady runs the race kind of thing, because, I mean, this is life. We're not what's the finish line? The finish line is the box in the ground, you know what I mean? We're not trying to get there. We're trying to enjoy the ride. So, just keep going. Whatever this goal is that you feel like you've been kind of, every time you get somewhere, it kind of pulls you back, don't worry. Just keep going. You're so close, it's not even funny. Well, you could do Palo Santo. That's not water, that's smoke. Smudge yourself every single day, you know. Light that Palo Santo. It's not sage, okay? Sage is really, really thick. It fucks with my lungs. It kills all of your good spirits and your bad spirits. But this is the thing. Palo Santo, it only gets rid of negative spirits. So anything that you've been calling to you to be positive or help you, it'll be like right there, ready to kick ass and take names on your behalf. You don't have to clean off that way, you know. You don't have to wash yourself. It's got to be a hard life being allergic to water. I don't even know about that life, because that means you can't even have tea, and tea is how I survive. But yeah, Palo Santo, that is a really easy way. It's dry, and it'll take all of the spirits off you. You start at the top and you work your way down. I keep one in our car, I keep one in our purse, I keep one in our other bag, I keep them at home, because you never know when you're going to encounter some shit that you don't want to have on you, or when you start feeling like really aggressive and really upset and agitated, and you know you shouldn't be at that point in time. That's a sign that something's sucking that energy from you and trying to create that energy so that it can kind of feed off of it, whether you can see that shit or not. So if that happens to you and you're like, man, I've got a really bad temper, you might not have a really bad temper. You could just be being used as fuel for something that likes to follow you around, because it knows it can get you lit like that and then suck from you. So if that sounds at all like what you go through, please get yourself some Palo Santo, keep it on you, light it, and you don't have to worry about water either. Okay. My sister was watching for a second. That was crazy. Vanessa, are you still on here, Vanessa? I'll pull one for you. Is Hunter still on here? Well, it looks like just Kelly and Snacks. This is the weirdest thing. I never know. Yeah, blessings to you too, of course. There's always a way to protect yourself, you know. Universe is awesome like that. Alrighty then, everybody. I'm going to let you go. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. If you want to see me on a different form of social media, you're going to have to wait because apparently I can't do it on my tablet, but I will figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Nothing's going to stop me now. Alrighty, everybody. I love you. Have a good day. Bye.